All right, this is 3 minutes with
Brandon.
Brandon. All right, Brandon, before Rona hit us, what would you say you spend most of your time doing outside of Chick-fil-A stuff?
Ooh, outside of Chick-fil-A, I would probably say being productive, like practicing music, learning new songs, stuff like that.
'Cause time outside of Chick-fil-A is not a great deal of time, right?
No, it's not. I try to do some like self-developmental stuff,
There you go.
like books and stuff like that.
This guy.
It's funny how I have more time to do that now, and less gets done now.
Right.
You know.
So, leading to the next question, since Rona hit us,
Yeah.
what do you spend your free time doing now?
My PlayStation's got fired up a lot.
There
recently.
you go.
Yeah.
Dust that thing off a little
Yeah, I'm
bit.
pretty sure Katie's not very happy about that one, but we play Catan every once in a while.
Yeah. I enjoy that.
Yeah.
Who would you want to play you in a movie about your life?
Definitely Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt.
Pratt would be the
Okay.
one.
So, like, of all the people, this is probably the one that is like most fitting so far.
Yeah.
So Daniel was Denzel Washington. Preston was
That's it?
Will Smith or Samuel L. Jackson.
Wow.
I could see Chris Pratt. I really could.
Thank you.
What is something that you do that you feel silly, stupid doing?
Ooh, that's a great question. I feel this is weird, but I feel silly, stupid being in front of people. Like, it's not the
You're doing
best
that
thing.
all
I
the
do that
time.
a lot, and like that's part of my job as well.
Right.
I just don't like being in front of people speaking. I just feel awkward doing
Right.
it. But yeah, so yeah, fun thing. I guess
Fun.
fun fact. Yeah.
What is your favorite joke to tell?
Oh. That's a great question. Obviously, I have a great sense of humor because I have no jokes coming to mind.
That's like when you
Yeah.
say, "Tell me a joke." It's like I typically am like, "I'll laugh at jokes. I don't
Right.
tell jokes. I laugh at them."
Exactly. Come back to me with that one.
Okay, we'll swing back around. What do you and Donald Trump have in common?
We both have the most extraordinary sense of humbleness. I'm the most humble person that I know, probably now.
Ever.
Yes, ever in the world. Most humble person.
I can see that. What makes you feel most accomplished? Like at the end of the day, you feel accomplished by what?
I'm a very task-driven person,
Okay.
so if I get a lot of stuff done in a day, I feel accomplished. If I have a lot of stuff that I'm working on, but everything's open, nothing gets done,
Yeah.
I feel like, well, I just wasted a whole day.
So the coronavirus off day where you just play PlayStation, you don't feel accomplished at the end of the day.
And time goes by really fast. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, I've only been playing this for 30 minutes. I'm like, oh, it's been 4 hours.
Right,
you know?
right.
Yeah.
All right, who makes you laugh the most?
Probably Kevin Hart. Am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay. I think that's
He's
hilarious.
really funny.
Yeah, he's hilarious.
Everybody else has been saying like their spouse and all that. Like finally
Katie,
a real honest
you're
answer.
number 2 on that list, right behind Kevin Hart.
I was saying that definitely to get you in trouble. Comedy or drama?
Comedy. for
Comedy.
sure,
I'm with
for
you.
sure.
Right on. Which parent are you closer to and why?
I would have to say my mom.
Mama's boy.
Mama's boy.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Dad is more like we definitely have a tight relationship, but I guess you kind of have that tough love thing from Dad, and
Yeah.
Mom's always like, "Come on,
Yeah,
I'll,
come here,
I'll
baby."
take it easy on you." Yeah.
It's funny that everybody has said, I mean, me and have a good relationship. You don't want to feel like I'm gonna put you
hate my
down,
dad.
Dad.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. How do you like being encouraged?
Words of encouragement is my love language. Something very
Words.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So words. If somebody tells me something, like I'll hang on to it for like a week. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Man, I remember when so and so told me that. Like
Right.
that just made me feel good." Definitely, words is my way of being encouraged.
Right on. What spiritual habit do you struggle with the most?
Ooh, that's a great question. So I tend to procrastinate a lot.
Okay.
So, and sometimes I try to get devotions and spending quiet time in the Word before work. But then I tend to hit snooze. And it's
Yeah.
like I don't have time. Then I stay late after work, and then stuff just doesn't get done.
Right.
So I guess a bad spiritual habit would be procrastination and not spending as much time as I need to.
Okay. What personal spiritual habit are you most proud of?
Discipline, for sure.
Okay.
For example, not to be legalistic, but just how the Bible talks about being disciplined in your ways and doing everything you do enthusiastically for the Lord and stuff. That's kind of how I've always held myself in my life as an offering to the Lord. So I stay disciplined in just about every way I can.
Awesome. What is your favorite Bible verse and why?
Favorite verse, I would have to say our family verse is Philippians 1:27. And what it says is, Paul's basically like, whether I hear about you, whether you're here with me or whether I'm absent from you, I hear that you're doing good things for the word, that you're together in one spirit, in one mind, working side by side for the faith that comes from the gospel. So that's my favorite verse. Whenever people hear about me, I want it to be because of what I'm doing for the Lord, or something to do with my relationship with Jesus. And I want that to be with my family one day. Whenever I hear about my kids and what they're doing, it's because they did something that they were like, oh man, he really embodied the values, the fruit of the Spirit, or whatever it may be.
Yeah. What is the best advice you were ever given?
Probably really simple. Think before you speak. Because your mouth can get you in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely think before you speak.
Think before you speak. Do you have a joke yet? Have you thought of one?
Gosh, y'all are gonna think I'm the most boring person ever. I wasn't ready for this question. I probably would have had the best joke in the world prepared, but no. Let's see. I don't really have one.
Whenever
right now.
you think of one, you just text me, call me. I'll put it in somebody else's
I'll bust
video.
up the next interview.
There you go.
With my joke. But hey, I got one now. Yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. That is 3 minutes with Brandon. Thank you, sir.
Sir, a pleasure.